Does mining Dogecoin at home make sense for you? Well, today I'm going to break it down from a business angle, a hobbyist vibe, a learning side quest, and even when it's smarter to just buy the coin instead. We're going to talk about the power cost, the hardware depreciation, tax options, and whether hosting with a pro beats mining in your basement. There's a lot to talk about here, so hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and let's mine some knowledge. Dog. All right, let's start with the business perspective, because who doesn't dream of turning Dogecoin into dollar signs? Mining from home as a business is all about profit margins. You've got two big costs to wrestle with: power and hardware. And electricity is the silent killer here. Say your local rate is 10 cents per kilowatt hour. Not bad, right? A current top of the line mining rig like Bitmain's Antminer L9 pulls about 3,500 watts. So that's $850 a day just to keep it humming, or over $250 a month. Compare that to what you're mining. With Dogecoin's block reward at 10,000 Doge and prices bouncing around the 16 cent as of today, April 2025, you're looking at maybe 17 bucks a day if you're mining at a pool. Subtract power and you're already down to $8 a day. But it doesn't stop there. Then there's the hardware cost. Those shiny magic China boxes are not cheap. A top tier rig like the L9 might set you back like $8,000 or $9,000. And that price changes all the time. Depreciation's real too. It's losing value faster than a used car off the lot as new models drop. But here's a perk. If you're running this as a business, you can deduct power costs, hardware depreciation, and even repairs on your taxes. Consult your tax professional on this, because I'm not a tax guy. I'm just a geek on the internet. So don't take my word for it. That being said, that could offset other taxable income that you have. Things like if you got a side hustle or a day job, suddenly mining's not just profit, it's got potential for a tax shield. You've got to scale up and crunch those numbers to make it a legit business. And for most of us, this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a slow grind. Now, let's flip to the hobby side, because sometimes it's not about the money. It's just about the fun, or it's about the tech. Mining Dogecoin from home as a hobby is peak nerd level. You're part of the blockchain, securing the network, and earning some meme coins while you're at it. The cost? Same deal. Power and hardware, but the stakes feel lower. You don't necessarily need an $8,000 beast of a machine. Something like this, the Vulk Miner D1 Mini Pre. It only pulls about 500 watts at 2.2 gigahash and costs under $2,000. It sips power at about $1.50 a day at your 10-cent rate. So you're mining pennies, sure, but it's like a geek Tamagotchi that pays you back in Doge. And it's super quiet, runs on 120 or 240 volt, kind of like I have it now. In fact, I mined $2.30 worth of Doge in 24 hours on this machine using PowerPool to merge mine lots of those script coins and get paid out all in Doge. And my power rate's almost 13 cents. So not good, but not as bad as it could be. And you can pick up one of these machines from asicplug.com right now. And as of recording, they have stock stateside, so delivery is pretty quick. Tariffs don't impact your costs as of today. With mining from home, depreciation is less of a gut punch. You're not really sweating resale value. And if you're just dipping your toes in, you're not offsetting big taxable incomes. So tax perks are meh, but the joy is priceless. It's you, your rig, the hum of fans, pure hobbyist bliss. Just don't expect it to fund your next gaming PC. Let's talk about learning to mine crypto at home. Realistically, you're probably not going to learn how to mine Dogecoin from home as your first starting rig. Dogecoin, Litecoin, Bell's Coin, these script algorithms can only be mined with these magic China boxes and application-specific integrated circuit that is meant to just mine that crypto. So things like GPUs, CPUs, FPGAs are the thing of the past when it comes to Dogecoin mining. Typically, if you're getting into Dogecoin mining at home, you understand that it's just a box that you plug in and you point to a pool and you get paid. So yes, you can learn from it. Yes, you are going to earn something while you're learning something. Hey, that rhymed. You're welcome. But is it where the geeks go to learn something new? No, not really. GPU mining, CPU mining, even FPGAs or ESP32s or phone mining. There's a lot of different hardware specific ways to mine crypto out there that are not just pointing a magic China box at magic internet money. And realistically, when you're learning or spec mining any kind of crypto, just starting out, you're not going to get rich. For learning and hobbyists in general, really, depreciation's a non-issue because you're not flipping it, you're learning with it. No tax offsets are really needed either. It's an educational expense. Like a course that spits out Doge. What's the catch? It's hands-on, so expect some trial and error. But if you like to tinker like me, that's half the fun. Hashtag in it for the tech, bitches. Now, when does it make sense to skip mining and just buy Dogecoin? Simple. When the math doesn't add up. If power costs are sky high, like 20 cents per kilowatt hour, or hell, even 15 cents pretty high, or hardware is too pricey up front, mining's a fail. So let's say you spend $1,000 on a rig, which is a good price. 50 bucks a month on power to mine $60 worth of Doge. After a year, you've got $720 in coins, but $600 spent on juice and $1,000 on gear. So that's a net loss. Meanwhile, you could have bought $1,000 of Doge at 16 cents, which is over 6,000 coins, and called it a day. No noise, no heat, no depreciation headaches. Buying is low effort, low risk, and typically low reward. Mining is a gamble on the coin's price and the network difficulty. If Doge moons, miners win big. If it tanks, you're stuck with a pricey paperweight. For most, buying is the smarter and easier move, unless you're in it for the tech, like this geek. And if you've made it this far in the video and you learned something today, smash that like button. It really helps the channel get recommended to others. All right, let's talk about hosting versus home mining for a minute. Hosting with a reputable provider, big data centers with cheap power, Terra hosting, means no fan noise, no heat frying your room or your basement, and professionals handling the maintenance. You ship your rig, like a big L9 or an AlphaPex DG1, or you rent one of theirs, and the power cost is often cheaper, around 6 to 9 cents, which is like half of what you pay at home typically. But you could be paying hosting fees, onboarding fees, and shipping fees depending on the hosting provider. It's slick for business mining, chasing max efficiency. But for home miners, you're the boss. A rig like that Vulcminer D1 Mini or a Gold Shell Mini Doge 3 is perfect. It's compact, quiet, produces a small amount of heat. You eat the power costs, but no fees, no middleman. Hosting is for scale. Home is for control. Pick your flavor. All right, geeks, let's wrap this up. Mining Dogecoin from home makes sense if the numbers work for you, or if you love the hobby vibes, or you're hungry to learn. Hosting, on the other hand, is ideal for large scales. Home is where the heart is. Crypto is not a path to get rich quick. Sure, there are high risk, high reward stuff out there, but that's too risky for me. My opinion, don't spend more than you're willing to lose on hardware, coins, hosting, whatever. Do your own research because everyone's got their own puzzles to solve. Don't put yourself in a bad spot just to mine some magic internet money. There are some links in the description for all the gear that I talked about here, like the Vulk Miner D1 Mini. Some are affiliate links. Those are clearly marked, but not all of them. That means if you're looking to buy new gear or host crypto miners and use my links or codes or whatever, I could get a commission from that order. At the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you though. So don't just follow some guy on the internet's random ramblings about magic internet money. Good luck, nerds.